Hey guys, Kerry Cobb Speed Caps. Hey, I'm making this video today because I see all you guys throwing your money away on these high-priced caps and replacing caps, and wanted to save y'all some money and keep y'all from doing that. So stick with me on this video today, and I think I'm not having the hot shot today. So let me turn this bad boy off and go on inside. I need to wash this thing. It looks like it's gonna rain. Stick with me on this video, guys. I think you're gonna like it, and I know DOT doesn't like them tinted windows on that truck. They give me crap all the time. They ask me where my sign is all the time. Hey man, where's your sign? They don't like the sign I give them. But hold on guys, watch the video. Hey guys, it's this Kerry Cobb Speed Caps. Hey, I'm here today to try to help you guys out a little bit and let you in on some secrets and some tricks that are gonna help save you some money. And after being around trailers my entire life and 20 years of hot shotting, I started listening to some guys that have been in the business for a while, started paying attention to what they were telling me, and it did wind up saving me money and made my equipment last longer, my seals in my trailer, my bearings and all that. And that's what I wanted to go over with you guys here today. And stick around, there's a lot of little things I'm going to tell you along the way in this video that's helped me save money. Peace of mind when I'm running down the road hot shotting, especially when you're in another state and you may be having some issues with your trailer or your truck. The last thing you want to worry about is tearing an axle up, burning up a bearing, and leaving yourself stranded on the side of the road. And that's how I really kind of started Speed Caps, is just trying to help people out that I bumped into, because in the hotshot industry, when I got started, there was a lot of guys had been around there had been doing it for a while, and they helped me out. They gave me a lot of tricks, a lot of tips, and it really got me through some of the leaner times, because you guys know in hot shotting, you've been doing it for a while, it's feast or famine. And the last thing I wanted to do was wind up broke down on the side of the road with an issue and not have a solution to the problem when it happened. So yeah, I just wanted to go over first with you, man, you know, if you do maintenance on your trailer properly, if you do it often enough and you do it at the times that the manufacturers recommend, it's going to save you a lot of heartache. But one of the first things that you want to do is, guys, they've redesigned this cap, this plug, so many times because a lot of people have had failures in their seals, and God knows I put, I don't know how many seals in my trailer. And the main problem was this seal used to have a hard time breathing, and it still does. When there's a lot of pressure builds up in that hub, it's going to find its weakest point and it's going to push out that seal. As the oil, grease, whatever you have, if it's against that seal, the pressure builds up, it's going to make its way out that seal. Believe it or not, even if you clean these plugs, after a period of time, they start to swell. And with the chemicals that are in the oils and the greases, they're going to get on your plug. And anytime an oil or a grease hits your plug, it's going to make that rubber swell. And then whatever ventilation that's in that plug is not going to allow the air to pass through it. And that's when you're going to have a lot of issues with your seals. Your seals are going to get weak and they're going to start to fail on you. But I found some solutions to that. And I'm going to try to give you every pointer I can to help you guys out. If you're running long haul, if you're hot shotting, if you're using your trailer in a commercial capacity, I want to be able to help you guys out. A lot of y'all have already figured this out, and I'm probably preaching to the choir. But for you guys who don't, and it took me, I was hard-headed, man. It took me a long time to figure out, hey, look, the main thing you've got to do is allow that hub to breathe. If that hub breathes, if it can let that pressure out, your oil and your grease is going to stay in your axle. I did eventually, though, I did go back and listen to some of those old timers. I'm getting old now too, but I listened to those guys who've been in it for a while, and they flat stopped running the oil. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to stay an oil bath. You know, me being an old gearhead, I knew for a fact that oil bath was going to get you cooler running temperatures and longer life, as long as that oil stayed in there. The problem is, if your seal lets go, you're on a long haul, and you lose that ability to retain that oil in your hub. If you're running oil, you lose that oil 150 miles down the road, you've got a burned up bearing. You got a tore up axle, and now you're thousands of dollars into repair bills. And if you're not close to home and you can't do the repairs yourself or use your local shop that you like using, well, you're going to be paying through the nose to get it done. So what I did was I finally switched over to grease, but I found something that's going to help you out. You're going to run the grease, and you're going to be able to do maintenance on it without completely tearing the hub down. But hey guys, getting back to what the manufacturers recommend, a lot of these shops, a lot of the manufacturers will recommend you replace that plastic cap every time you do any service work on it because of the issues they've had with braking. It gets over torqued, the plastic will crack and let go. I have some other videos kind of going over that a little bit, but you start buying a cap every time you do maintenance, you're going to be hundreds of dollars into just plastic caps within a short period of time. And now there's also aluminum caps on the market right now, but none of them have a lifetime warranty. They have a warranty, but when that warranty's up, you got to buy another cap. I tell you what, I don't want to buy a $50, $60, $70 cap every time that there's no warranty left on it, or there's an issue because maybe you hit it with a forklift, maybe some material fell off your truck, hit that cap. Maybe the little screws stripped out, the threads let go. Guys, you're going to have to spend the money on another cap. And if you're spending $50, $60, $70 on a cap, guys, that can get expensive. Hotshot industry, there's times when you can't afford. There's times when you're making great money and you can afford to do anything to your trailer. You can put whatever equipment that you want on it, but I'm really here to save you money. And so after I designed just out of pure necessity, these wrenches, and there's a trick I want to show you that a wrench will do. If you've seen many of my other videos, you've already know the trick. But I decided, hey, you know what? Why don't we come up with a cap where they buy it and they're not going to have to worry about ever buying it again, and they're not going to have to worry about something going wrong on that cap, losing oil, losing grease out of it. You know what? Let's just fix the problem completely and not have to worry about that seal anymore. Take care of your business and take care of your customers, get your loads delivered, get your equipment delivered, whatever job that you're working on. Let's not worry about that seal in that axle. And that's the whole concept behind what I'm trying to do here. But I don't want to hold you guys here all day. Don't want to make the video 30 minutes long. I'm going to try to keep it probably somewhere around 10 to 12 minutes. Hopefully we don't run over. But what we did was we went ahead and I put an incredible guy on making these caps. I've got 2 people that are going to be doing it, a couple of companies that have been around for a very, very long time. They do precision, absolutely perfect work. And what we did was we put a lifetime warranty on it, but I wanted to go one step further and make it here in America, be able to put the made in the US emblem on there, little logo, and we made them a little larger, which is going to hold a little more oil, a little more volume. Every cap that I design is going to be just a little larger, but it's not going to interfere with any of your clearances. So if you buy the cap, don't worry about the clearances. They're balls on accurate, guys. They turned out beautiful. Like I was telling another guys, I came in, it's like putting a piece of jewelry on your trailer. But they're perfectly precision. They're not a universal cap. They're designed for your application. If you have a Dexter axle, if you're running 10, 12, 15K axles, the 4-inch OD, you've got to buy one cap. There's not 2 caps for it. There's not a universal cap that fits something else. If you have the 6, 7, 8, and the old school 9 before 1989, I do believe it is, they changed in the middle of the year. If you have this cap, and I do believe it is the cap number is a 2135. This is a 2136. I'll probably try to do some editing in the video and make sure that I get all that information to you. But these are made for that axle, period. You're not going to have to worry about fitment issues. You're not going to have to worry about, hey, does this thing fit something else? Am I going to get some irregularities in them? No, you're not going to have that problem. But here's the secrets, are the little tricks and stuff that I've learned over the years. Don't pack them with grease, because if you do pack them with grease, you're going to have to wind up tearing the hub completely down and getting the old grease out of there whenever you need to service it and repack it. Now, if you want to do that, if you want to spend the time, that's fine. Everybody's different. Everybody's going to want to run something different. You got to run what you're comfortable with running. So, guys, I had mixed a solution. I'd come up with a multi-purpose grease that was an EP grease, an extreme pressure grease, and I mixed a synthetic gear oil with it. And I came up with a consistency that was a lot like the Lucas hub oil, but it was a grease also. It stayed in that hub, stayed around my bearings. But the problem was, it was a little difficult to clean out, but I found the solution to doing that. I would actually I'd pull that cap off, drain as much as I could out, add some gear oil to it, a thinner synthetic gear oil, and run a few miles, pull that cap off. I was able to get all that grease out, and then fill it back up without having to tear the hub apart. But here's the secret that I found. There's already something on the market, and it's the Super S 00. It's been around for a long time. It was designed for high-speed spindles, and they use it in the farming industry for issues they have with leaking seals, and it works incredibly well. I've done testing on it, and believe it or not, guys, it runs 10 to 15 degrees cooler than the Lucas hub oil. That's one of the secrets, guys. I was absolutely floored when I saw the differences in the temperatures. I changed hubs, the hub oil, and went to the Super S, dropped 10 to 15 degrees. I thought it was kind of a fluke, so I did a lot of testing, switched it out between the axles, and guys, it didn't matter. If I pulled that Lucas hub oil, and I'm not knocking Lucas. Lucas makes a great product. But what I found was every time I put that Super S in there, it dropped the temperatures. So guys, if you do anything, if you have a leaking seal and you want to extend the life and you don't have time to service it, if you want to continue to run an oil bath axle, throw some of this in there, keep an eye on it. It works great. And even when you get pressure built up in that seal and it blows all of your oil and grease out, the grease stays around your bearing. So if that happens to you and you don't catch it, you still have lubrication on your bearings. You won't burn up your axle, or you have a better chance of not burning up your axle. So, dude, that was probably the biggest find. I've been super happy with it, man. I'm pleased as punch, guys. But another thing is, guys, get you a tool that you can use. It doesn't have to be multifunctional, but mine is. Make sure it does the job for you. I design these tools as simple as possible, and they do one little trick. You can remove that oil plug with these wrenches without tearing it up. You know, a lot of you guys will put and I did too, guys. I put a screwdriver behind there, you know, something to pry it back with, and I wound up ripping and tearing the edge of these, the edge right here of these plugs. And, I was like, man, I keep ripping these things. So what I did was one day I was like, man, I wonder if I can compress that plug and pull it out of there. So I put it right on top of the plug, wiggled this wrench around. It slipped underneath the lip. It slipped underneath the lip of this. Let me get you a better view of that, man. That's crazy. Get you a better view of that. And I was able to get it underneath that lip, compress that plug. It popped right out. I'm going to do a quick little video showing you how easy it is. I did it one-handed the other day. It was awesome. The plug flew out. I had to clean the plug up. It flew into the dirt and I had to clean it up. But hey guys, this video ran long. But guys, that's the tricks, the secrets I wanted to tell you about. And the plug, make sure it stays clear. Make sure you don't get any built up pressure in that hub. It's going to save your oil and your grease. Also, guys, if you want to try that out, I've had incredible luck with it. I'm going to try and carry that on my website, make that available to you guys, whether it's on eBay, and I'm going to recommend that to all my customers who buy directly from me. But there you go, guys. Appreciate you watching the video. All you guys hot-shotting out there, using your trailer for commercial use, buy my cap one time, guys. You won't have to buy another one. And again, Kerry Cobb Speed Caps, guys. Thanks for watching.